Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here with the final round of the GT3 World Endurance Series, Season 4. And it's been a blinding little championship. I know I say that. So, alright, I won't. It's been alright. Memorable. I remember not many bloody people turning up and having to do 90 minutes of commentary. Where is everyone? 5 people? Seriously? I wonder if there's anything important happening tonight. Skyjacker, good evening, Mr. Man. Back to the real stream tonight, yes. And Ensign you saying evening all. Yes, hello. So this is round 6 of the GT3 World Endurance Series. We've had an exciting one between Guesty and Homesick Alien throughout this championship. We'll have a look at the table in a minute. We'll just go over the rules. So they qualify, it's a 90-minute race, and they'll be qualifying at 8 o'clock for, I think, 10 minutes on the racing hard tyre, and they'll all start on the racing hard tyre. Then from then on, they have to continue on to use all 4 of the racing compounds available to them, tyre compounds. And they're not allowed to double up until they've used all 4. So, say if they're on racing hard and they pit, then they say they go to racing medium. The next pit, they'll have to be soft or super soft. And if they put soft on, the pit stop after that, they will have to use super softs. And then after, if they need another pit stop after that, then it's any choice they want, really. But these things have gone wrong. No, it doesn't, because these Clios have been thirsty Clios. These Renault RS01s have been thirsty little beasts this season. So they have needed a couple more pit stops than you would expect them to have. Ensign you saying evening all. Pat Chat saying cough football cough. hey, you nearly made me sound like I swore there, but he said cough, like cough. And Pat saying, hiya, Mr. L. Oh, lasagna. Very good. So Homesick's asking if we're ready already. Oh, I haven't done the table yet. I suppose I could do that. It's a long out lap. If we don't get 5 strong R's in this room, or 6 maybe, then I don't know what I need to do. I think it's working though. Look at that. Skyjacker Reederman. That's a full house virtually. Who's left? Joker, sir. No, Joker's has done it. Bazzer, you're so in his pocket, Baz. Free yourself, man. Free yourself. You're more than Skyjacker's pet. So let's have a look at the table. Bazzer really wants to do an R as well. I know he does. So Homesick Alien's at the top of this table on 92 points, with Guesty in second on 91 points. Looks like Homesick Alien bagged a win at Interlagos. We didn't cover Interlagos, with Guesty coming second and Cthulhu coming a strong third there. Where's Cthulhu tonight? Could have done with him. Where is it? What's going on? Okay. So Homesick Alien is out at Spa for this final race. He's got 1 point on Guesty. I mean, I could sit here and try and work out who's got the lowest score to drop. At a quick glance, they're both dropping the same, I think. No. Homesick's got to drop 16 points. Guesty's got to drop 14 points. So Guesty really is a net point ahead. Homesick Alien has to win. It would be helpful with pole and fastest lap, everything. Homesick cannot leave any margins this evening. He has to win everything, because Guesty is hot on his heels, and the drop score is really dicking Alien. This is why Alpha screams about the drop scores, isn't it? It's just dawned on me now. I always wondered what would his issue be with drop scores, but yeah, Homesick Alien has had an absolute blistering season, and he's getting punished for it at the end. That is the big loophole in the drop scores, isn't it? If you do have, he's dropping more points than Guesty. That's unfortunate. in the chat then. Mama Home 6 saying, evening thingy, how are you doing? And Pat giving us an R. Good stuff. What's the score, Pat? They're just going out for the second half, I take it. Wells got that 4-0 that they need. So I was doing the table, wasn't I? So Home Scalian's on 92 points. Guesty is second on 91 points. I'm surprised they haven't done a drop table, actually. Yes, sod that. I think I did see 2 tables. So there was a drop table. I apologise, people. Here we go then. This is the look of it. Guesty is your championship leader after a drop score on 77 points, with Homesick Alien second on 76 points. Now then, Ensign Newart's third on 55 points. Cthulhu fourth on 48 points, but it doesn't look like he's here to protect that. They're just coming around. They're still doing the outlap, surely. No one's actually done a lap yet, have they? It's just started his flying lap. We'll watch him for a bit. So Cthulhu's fourth on 48 points, but he's not here. So Ensign Newart looks like he's got that third place. I'd say safe, but the Baz is there in fifth on 46 points. But that means the Baz has got to do something pretty blooming special to overhaul Ensign Newart. Noxie sixth on 46 points. Oh, so Baz can beat that battle, and Noxie loses out, or Noxie can't come back. Racer Brown 7th on 43 points, Bandit in 8th on 38 points, and Joker's 9th on 19 points. So that's the championship table. And the Homesick Alien, he's got to go all out. He's got to go all in on this one. He can't mess about. He needs every point he can get out of this race. So Ensign says, same thing happened to Anthony Reid in BTCC 2000 with drop scores. There you go. And Pat says, just about to start again, 0-0 England game. USA beating Iran 1-0. Wow, 0-0 against Wales. I don't think any of their players are professional, are they? I'm not. I've given up. Oh, a big tail slide there from the Alien, deep down there in the Belgium jungle. As he straightens up his Renault and gets underway for, he's hoping, a fast lap, but Guesty cannot count him out. He's won the livery contest in this championship hands down. Now, can he actually win the championship? Guesty already, I think, with, I want to say 2, but off to the Hall of Champions. He's definitely got 1 under his belt already this season. I want to say he's got 2. Skyjacker is the last man up in the hall. So, Joker's 2.8 seconds. There's Guesty. And Guesty showing his intentions early doors in this race. He means pole, and he means to win this championship. So, Liam Anfield was the VGT Season 4 champion. Ensign Newart then posting a time, 3rd fastest. Sorry, I know there's other people in this, isn't there? And Joker's Baza hasn't crossed the line yet. He's just about to. And he gets himself ahead of Joker's, 9/10 shy of Ensign Newart. As Guest is on pole and Homesick Alien is chasing. Then our champion before Liam was Sharon. Peace out to you, Sharon, man. Always thinking of you. Always thinking of you. Okay, man. Stay safe. Stay safe, Sharon. We love you here at VRC. We cannot wait for your return. And we hope that you can soon. But first of all, stay safe. Anton Poika was your Super GT champion. Before that, I mean, I tell you what, it's been a mixed bag of different champions this season, hasn't it? Homesick Alien, you have to look all the way back to the McGann Trophy to see Homesick Aliens last time in a win. In ironically, the same livery as he's carrying today. So that's interesting. Matt Psycho was your Blue Moon 300 winner. And there you go, Guesty, GT3 World Endurance Season 3 champion. So he's the reigning champion in this. So he would love to take this one away. And he's doing everything he can at the moment to prove that. Bingo. Guesty, he is a double world champion. He won the Ferrari Sprint Trophy as well. So, and yeah. So, double world champion. Double VRC champion. Guesty going for another one. I'm not counting Homesick Aliens, there's too many. Once you get over 10, you've got to stop counting. So Homesick Alien has posted another time, but he is shy of Guesty there by a tremendous amount of time. Jokers has gone faster and gone half a second ahead of the Baz. And Ensign Ewart, did he post? He's just coming up now. He's got to find 8/10 on Homesick Alien. Although, in all, he did find a good chunk of time there. In all fairness to Ensign, Jokers, and the Baz, you don't want to even be in between. I'll let you all stop cheering before I continue. So, Guesty then. Pat, I can hear it. They're watching it in the front room. I just heard it. Just about to start again. Oh no, I thought he just told me that something had happened. So Homesick Alien is a he's on the back foot. You've got to say, even though taking that win in Brazil, you'd think he'd be skipping into the final, but this really is an uncomfortable position for Homesick Alien. He really has to go forth and try and take this champion from Guesty, it seems. Shall we get on board? It's not really on board, is it? There we go. So, Homesick Alien, he's got to find 1.3 seconds. He needs the pole position, he needs fastest lap, and he needs the win. It needs to be a whitewash. This is the only way he can truly count on that championship, really, in all fairness. And I do know there is other people in it. Ensign's third, Barry Twins is fourth, Jokers is fifth. So Bazo went faster again to get ahead of Jokers. So Homesick Alien, where we got 30 seconds left on the clock, I believe. Jokers, he gets another run in then before the end, and the Baz, Ensign Ewart. Yeah, he should get to the line. No, it's tight for Ensign. He should be alright, shouldn't he? 8 seconds on the clock. He's chasing the lines. 5 seconds on the clock. Goes faster than Joker. Well, he was faster than Joker, but he's 700ths off of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien on his final run now. Guesty sitting comfortable with a 2:19. That is soul destroying. Bazza goes faster, and he is done. He is done, but Jokers gets another run. And Jokers could find half a second here. Could Ensign find 9/700ths of a second on Homesick Alien? Waiting for a sector. Quite far away though. Here he comes, going to a sector. You want to see 700ths? Oh, like I said though, oh, 6/10ths up. My word, Guesty then. It's Homesick Alien who's going to be the first to cross the line. And like I said, he's got to dig deep as the Alien. If he needed to pull out a cracking little race, this is the time to do it. Wales 0, Manchester 2, says Pat. So Homesick Alien. Oh, did you? Nice. 800ths up on his own time. Not enough for Guesty though. Oh my word, Guesty's just coming up to that same sector. Is he flashing a purple? No, he's half a second down on his own time. Ensign Ewart then. Oh no, someone in front of Ensign. He's Jokers. Crossing That line, what's he looking for? Half a second. Ooh, he's not finding it, is he? Ensign Newitt's hunting for hundreds. He was 6 tenths, 7 tenths up. Homesick Alien didn't look that flash, did it? Homesick Alien then comes out of the final chicane. He might be third. He might find himself in third place come the championship. He slowed down. I don't understand the meaning of such things. Oh, he's practicing a start. There comes Guesty. He was down on his own time, but he does get a 19. But it's Ensign Newitt who's setting the world on fire at the moment and destroying every single dream in Homesick Alien's body. As he heads towards the line, he takes second place away. Superb drive from Ensign Newitt in qualifying there. Great run. And a Homesick Alien. Oh, life's getting difficult. And there they go, lined up on the grid. Guesty now another point ahead of the Alien in the championship. Great shot right down the nose of that pack. A grand looking grid as we say goodbye to the World Endurance Series, probably on GT7 for good, I'd say. I mean it this time. Homesick Alien, a blistering start, leaves Ensign Newitt a little bit behind, and Bazza comes through and up into third place. Super stuff. Homesick Alien's taken the lead. What a blinding start from the Alien. My good golly gosh. Jeez Louise, I know it's early, but there's Homesick Alien's start, blistering off the line, snatching out those gears around the outside of La Source. No, side by side it looks, and heading towards Eau Rouge, getting their googlies out, and he's already up and ahead. Great stuff. Then back to the race. Oh, Guesty's back up. Oh, damn, that's the blight of sometimes trying to get a replay in the early doors, but Guesty retakes the lead from the flying Homesick Alien out there, and Ensign Newitt's got Bazza back, so I missed. Oh, it seemed like a good idea at the time to do the replay. So Guesty then 2 tenths ahead of the Alien. They're all on the racing hard tyres. They've got to use all 4 compounds in the next 90 minutes. Ensign Newitt third, looking for a podium today with the Baz also on home turf, looking for a podium. Jokers chasing them down. I believe Jokers is jumping from GT7 to GT Sport quite rapidly nowadays, and I think losing the feel for GT Sport somewhat, although he's staying with them now. And he was swapping times with the Baz, so Jokers could be a threat to Baz and Ensign today. Guesty then 6 tenths ahead of Homesick Alien, and he's really starting to assert that dominance out there. Homesick Alien, all he can do is chase, and maybe hope Guesty misses out the fuel, gets a bit quick on his fuel button. We've seen Guesty run it dry before. But Homesick Alien, oh, a little wiggle from Homesick in the middle of the chicane, little slide from Guesty coming out. But Guesty, I think this is optimum conditions for Signore Guesty, because he loves no grip. We've seen him run his tyres absolutely ragged, and on the hard tyre he does accept the fact that he's got no grip, and he still drives through the corner with quite fast speed. Homesick Alien in second. Ensign Newitt then, he's pulled out 2 seconds on the Baz, and the Baz some 5.8 seconds on Jokers. And this is what I'm saying with Jokers flipping between 7 and Sport. I've been playing 7 a little bit lately because of the Road Atlanta, and yeah, it does feel a lot different when you come back to Sport. So Guesty then 1.3 seconds ahead of the Alien, and all the Alien can do now is just, oh, Ensign Newitt slinging it out of the corner and nearly ending up in the barrier. And talking about barriers, Bazza's on the scene to make a scene. Joker's then 6 seconds adrift of the Baz, who's chasing down Ensign. Let's get on board with the Baz and see what he sees. So we come back down. The left-hander always dropping downhill. Up to fifth gear. Oh, and Ensign's really starting to struggle. Whoa, Baz! I didn't think you were going to miss him. We were going to go slinging straight into him. So the Baz again, another small mistake from Ensign Ewart. And Baz picks up a podium position for that one. Sweet stuff, with Guesty now up to 2.3 seconds in the lead. Homesick Alien just does not have the pace of Guesty in this Renault. Barry Twins is under pressure though. Ensign Ewart, a couple of small mistakes has cost him the position, but he's on it straight away, and he's giving Barry nothing at all to be able to still stay and be calm. Barry wants to get into this race. It's a long race. Got to get into your rhythm. And Bazza going very defensive out of the chicane, and that is a straight one for Ensign Ewart. Maybe Bazza, he's looking after his fuel possibly. Wants to go long in this race, so it seemed rather easy for Ensign to get back by again. And Bazza has saved a bit more fuel than Ensign up until that point. Homesick Alien 2.3 seconds adrift of his foe in this championship. The reigning champion Guesty looking set to retake. He's going to be a double GT World Endurance champion. And Guesty really is add a shelf to the trophy cabinet at this rate. We don't give them trophies, we just expect they go out and buy their own trophy. I would, if I won something, I'd go out and buy a trophy for myself. I mean, if they really wanted us to get them a trophy, they could send us, I don't know what it was, the trophy cost, 10, 20 quid. They send us 20 quid, we'll send them a trophy. Seems easy if you just go out and get it yourself. But Guesty, if they send us 20 quid, we'll send them a hoodie. So Guesty, 2.7 seconds lead from Homesick Alien. Ensign Ewart chasing the Alien, but he's made a couple of mistakes, got into a little battle, a little skirmish with the Baz, and now he finds he's 4.4 seconds behind the Alien, and he might have no one to race, because I think Barry is going long. I think he's trying to save fuel. That's why he let Ensign back through again, because I think he's taking that Renault deep. He's taking those tyres deep into this race. And local knowledge for the Baz, he might know something, that it's got an extraordinarily long pit lane, and you don't want to do any more than the 3 stops that you have to do here. So that's one to watch as he goes a bit wide. Guesty then 3.5 seconds ahead of the Alien. Homesick Alien keeping him in sight, because you never know what's going to happen. So Homesick Alien 221 twice around, but 220s there. Exactly the same fuel though. Guesty nearly a second faster and using up the same fuel as the Alien. A masterclass in the Renault RS01 from Guesty is one of the prizes in our raffle this year. I don't know, not having a raffle, but my word, if there was a prize, it'd be Guesty teaching you how to drive a Renault RS01, because he has got total and utter control over that car, and he's doing a superb job. Homesick Alien trying to keep the dream alive for as long as possible, and all the time they're on the track and the timer is counted down, then the opportunity is still there. Ensign Ewart 4.2 seconds behind the Alien. He's on pace with the Alien. It's a shame about his mistakes, because he could have been there. And the Baz, we think is fuel saving. We think he's going for a longer stint. Joker's 13.4 seconds behind the Baz. He lost 10 seconds in that last lap alone. And, not enjoying the Renault. I want to put my neck out there. He's got a lovely livery, very reminiscent of, some people would say Schumacher or Alonso in their Renault days, but that's Schumacher in it, mile 7. He's not gelled. He's not gelled with the Renault, I think it's safe to say, this season. Guesty then 4 seconds on the Alien now. And Ensign has lost a bit of time to the Alien. It's cracking in it. An hour and 20 minutes. And the closest guy is Bazza, who's on a different strategy to Ensign. I reckon halfway through the race I could probably nip out for a quick fag, if anyone would notice. So Guesty 4.5 seconds now ahead of the Alien. Ensign Newart's pulled a big batch of timing on the home sick there. It's obviously made a mistake. It doesn't look like it. Or maybe he lost some time. I thought he was like 4.7 behind him. Now he's 4 seconds. Did a 21.2. Must have been through Le Saw, if it's anything. But yeah, it does look like Ensign gained a little bit on home sick. Guesty builds that lead up to 5 seconds now. Bazza, he's nearly 4 seconds behind Ensign. He's up on his own time. So Ensign must be just on an absolute belter right now, gaining on the Alien, although he's lost a bit of time now. And the Baz running his race. Bandit saying good evening. All right, Bandit. This is hard work, man. I don't know what to say. It's not much racing, in all fairness, and there's an hour and 19 minutes on the clock. It's tough. And so Guesty getting a fast one out there, having a good old crack. And we could have a quick look forward to Thursday evening. We've got the GTMC. They're racing at the streets of Tokyo, so that's one to look forward to. And on Friday evening we've got the Sir Sterling Moss Shields. Same time, wasn't it? Great stuff. Tyres looking good. Looks like they've got enough fuel for another 12 minutes. Which puts them still a bit short for a 3-stop, I think. Ensign now 5.5 seconds behind the Alien. Alien getting his fastest lap out of the Renault so far in this race, a 2:20.691. Still shy by 8/10 on Guesty. Ensign Newarт at 21.9, but he's steadily pulling away from the Baz, who's staying in those 23s, and I really do think the Baz is definitely doing a bit of fuel save there. Jokus, he's burning through his fuel quite heavily. So I think he's just out there having a bit of fun now, driving. Guesty, it's in the bag, Guesty. In the bag, mate. 13 minutes in. And yeah. You've got the pole position. So far the fastest lap. And it looks like the win is on the horizon. We've had a cracking season this season. Some great races, starting off at St. Croix, where we saw Racer Brown take the win. Then moved on to Laguna Seca, where we saw Guesty take the win. And then we moved on to Suzuka, where Homesick Alien took a win. So 3 different winners in 3 rounds. Then Racer Brown took the win in round 4 at Spain. And then Homesick Alien took the win at Interlagos last week. I was too poorly to cover it, so there is no stream, I'm afraid. And it looks like Guesty is going for his 2nd win of the season. And Bandit saying, get smoked, nobody will know that you're gone, lol. No, well, everyone's watching football. Everyone's either watching football or they're doing something else. And, yeah. We'll see. We'll see at 45 minutes how I feel. I'm only sat on Guesty, and no one's racing. There's no one to really... I could just spend time on different people, I guess. Talk about their liveries. So Homesick Alien now 7.3 seconds behind Guesty. And that Renault really does look quite sexy when it fires off out of the back. Poop, 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 it says, as it goes around the corner. You're at 5 seconds behind the Alien. He's staying steady. He's staying steady with the Alien. The Alien, though, is saving more fuel and looking after his tyres a lot better than Ensign. It's getting scruffy now for Ensign. He's starting to burn through the tyres a little. Get some flooring going on. Guesty, though, 7.1 second lead on Homesick Alien. Ensign Newitt looking good for a podium with the Baz. 8 seconds behind. He's just done his fastest lap, gone up into the 221s now, which is pretty much the same pace as Ensign Newitt, which leads us to believe, I believe those 223s were fuel saving. He's on a quarter of a tank at the moment. Ensign Newitt just under a quarter of a tank, so it's if it was fuel saving, it's only half a lap he may have saved so far. Guesty. Blistering pace from Guesty so far. Guesty's season this season, like I said, took the win at round 2 at Laguna Seca. Yeah, Laguna Seca. But he got a podium in the first round. 3rd place, at St. Croix. Then in round 3, he got 2nd. Round 4, Spain, it looks like he got about 4th, maybe 5th. I'm not sure how the points work. Yeah, I think he got 4th. And Interlagos, he got 2nd at Homesick Alien, but he got pole, I think, or fastest lap. I think the purple one is fastest lap. He's taken 3 fastest laps this season. Well, 4. Because he got fastest lap and pole at Suzuka. So, yeah. And Jokus into the pits. He's run out of fuel. And that's 17 minutes into this race. He's going to have to do a few pit stops for Jokus there. Unless he eases off that accelerator somewhat. And Bandit says, how does it feel to be turtled? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got turtled in Friday night. Feels good, man. It helps me in the end. It helps me get past whoever I was racing. I can't remember now. Bazo won it. I don't remember who I was alongside now, but yeah, it helped. It helped a lot. Thank you, Turtle. So, Guesty, I got shell shocked. Guesty leading the race from Homesick. Joker's back out of the pits onto a set of mediums. Hopefully they'll feel a little bit better. And look at that, nearly a minute in the pits. I know, 45 seconds. That is one long pit stop. So that's what these guys don't really want to be doing. They want to be looking after that fuel. Ensign Newitt's fuel is flashing. The Baz isn't. So So Ensign Ewart will be into the pits at the end of this one. And I think Jocus was a little too far off of those guys, of Ensign, to be able to make an impact. Got green shelled. So I don't even know if this is working anymore. It's either on my phone or it's for real. I'll put it on the iPad. Let's have a look. Come into the pits. It looks a bit better on the iPad, so maybe it's not jumping, and looks like it's from the 70s, but other than that. So the Baz also pitting. Has Ensign come in? Oh, yeah, sorry. So Ensign, I'm so busy looking here and there and everywhere. So Ensign's pitted and the Baz has gone in, so he's on the same strategy, near enough, as Ensign Ewart. He's 15 seconds shy of Ensign. That can't be right, can it? It must be. Oh my. And Homesick Alien, his fuel's flashing. Guesty's fuel's flashing. These two will be in. But Guesty with that 9-second lead, he's built up on the Alien. But we've seen the Alien do some clever things tactically. So this one might not be done and dusted yet. It seems like it's done and dusted to me, though. I think Guesty's got this one done. But it's down to Homesick Alien to prove me wrong. Ensign Ewart then driving for that final podium position. 15-second lead on the Baz. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's much Baz can do. And there goes Guesty in, and Homesick will follow him in because he's got barely any fuel on. And that's 21 minutes. That's still a lot of pit stops in a race. It's not going to be 3, is it? So Ensign Ewart nearly a minute behind. That's how long a pit stop sucks out of you. And it's down to what's going to happen in these pits then. See, I don't even think there's any flexibility. With the pits being such a long one, you've got to fill your car up. It's not like you can go in there, put super softs on and come out with half a tank. Because it's not going to gain you nothing, because you're going to have to go back in the pits. I really do think there's not anything strategically anyone can do at this point in the race. I think Guesty's just going to fly out and maintain that 9-second lead that he's got on the Alien. Alien, he could put on a different set of tyres, but it's still going to have to put those tyres on now. It's showing Ensign up, but I think Homesick will be safely out. He's gone for medium tyres and a full tank. And Guesty, medium tyres, full tank. Ensign Ewart, 7 seconds adrift of the Alien, 8 seconds, my word. And the Baz 14 seconds behind Ensign Ewart, with Jocus only 8 seconds behind Bazza. Is that now that? Jocus getting some good lap times in. And that, you got to say, is some comeback. I thought he was double that behind the Baz, but Jocus getting into the swing of it. He's closing in on the Baz. So Barry Twins got to watch his back. Guesty 10.2 seconds in the lead of this race, and Homesick Alien, he's just got to hope and pray that Guesty throws it off somewhere. Really, that's his only chance. And this championship is done and dusted. They took it to the final round, though. Very close, only 2 points between them. But I think really Homesick Alien probably needed other people in this race to try and. Oh, Jokers is gone. 4 people for an hour. Jokers has been having a lot of that problem of lagging out of races and stuff. I think a couple of these times he's lagged out of them. Pat saying championship standings live in play before those pit stops. Guesty 99 points, Homesick Alien 94. I know, I think Guesty slam dunked this one. Because the pit lane is the way the pit lane is, there's nothing really, he can't do anything fancy with pit stops, can he? Because You can't put less fuel in and try and get the speed back on track, because the pit lane will just kill you. So he's just got to keep filling that car up, driving, and hope something happens to Guesty. At this point, Guesty is driving out of his skin and looking to get his third VRC championship, his second World Endurance Championship. Pat saying that is the equivalent gap between first and fourth today. What the no. That is the equivalent gap between first and fourth. 33 seconds. So Guesty is leading. Oh, come on, an hour and 4 minutes. I'm not going to whinge or whine throughout, but I don't know what. How's it all going then for everyone? You enjoying your World Cup? I haven't watched any of it. It's been alright. I'd rather it be in the summer, to tell you the truth. But I've watched Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Oh, that is so cool. So cool. Just too cool, man. Loved it. Loved it. More than loved it. And what else is going on? Not much, really. I ain't got much to tell you. There's not much happening. Work's work. I much prefer it when there's lots happening on track, I must say. This is painful. Oh, Homesick Alien's going faster. He's on them medium tyres. He's up on his time. 10 seconds ahead of Ensign Newer. He's 11 seconds behind Guesty. We've got an hour and 3 minutes to go. And we've got 4 people on track. Pat saying the 5-point gap would be first to fourth in the race, unless lastest lap goes to Homesick. Oh, fastest lap, sorry. Goes to Homesick, then it would be first to third. Oh, so he'd need Guesty to finish in fourth. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's not happening, is it? So, just talk about what a great champion Guesty is. Yes, welcome to the most pointless stream ever. Guesty's already won the championship. There's only 4 people in the room, and they've all got huge gaps between them. And Bandit says it's a great game between the US and Iran. That's a humdinger, isn't it? That's like, say, take it back to the 90s. Although Iran and America, they've been getting narky with each other lately, haven't they? Who doesn't America get narky with, though? The world police. World police! We're America! F yeah! So, Homesick Alien's gone a 220.1. And it's a lovely livery, and I've only, today was the day I noticed that he's already won a championship in the Renaults with that exact livery. So, yeah, there you go. Ensign Newer is driving strong, 221.0. He's got Baz seen off, and I don't think Baz is going to be able to do anything about this one. And like Pat points out, the gap between Homesick and Alien, Guesty would have to finish in fourth for Homesick Alien, I think, to win this championship. And it's very unlikely at the moment, the way Guesty is driving. Bandit saying you need to watch Tulsa with Sly Stallone as Mob Boss series. Tulsa, eh? Why is that something? Oh, it's a mob thing. Oh, okay. Thank you, Bandit. I watched Guardians. Tell you the truth, I'm so addicted to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I just keep watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I know I should stop because it's not good for any human being to watch that. It's the lowest common denominator of humour and human behaviour. But I just keep going back to it because I love it. So, Guesty, I can't even tell you some of the stuff that happens in it because it's just dark. There's something I want to say. They pretend to have a disease that used to be very killer, that you know, you can catch through sexual activity, but they pretend to have that so they could jump the queues at a water park. So Guesty leading this race from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien really needed all the points he could. He was coming into this championship on the back foot, and it's just he's just doesn't have the pace of Guesty. Done Guesty at Interlagos, and again, like I said, and Ensign Newitt pointed out, it happened in real life to Anthony Reid, I think he said. You see, yeah, same thing happened to Anthony Reid in BTCC 2000 with drop scores. The Homesick Alien has literally outscored Guesty this season, but because he's outscored Guesty, his drop score puts him behind. It's yeah, it blows me away that could actually happen, but it does, yeah. So Guesty doing a super job at the moment, making sure all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, and he's done a superb job with Homesick Alien. Neither of them putting a foot wrong. I think Guesty was off of the podium once this season. Homesick Alien, I don't think, has been off of the podium. He's finished a podium finish at every race. Ensign Newitt, is this his first podium? Oh, see, now I'm on this. Now I'm on the iPad. I can't grab Discord as easy. Excuse me. So, what was I even looking for? Oh, Ensign. See if he's had a podium this season. No. So this would be Ensign's first podium in the World Endurance Series. That's a lot to get excited for. Oh, Bandit, has he taken? Oh no, there we go. Cressifier 2 must watch movie. So Bandit's just there telling me while he's at work. I tell you what, you have a lot of time on your hands, Bandit, at work. I'm not moaning, keeping me company, bro. You know what I mean? It's not exactly thrilling, this. We're only 6 minutes since the last time I moaned about it. I'm even time stamping my moans so I don't moan too often. I think 6 minutes is too close. I'll have to wait for at least 10. I'm going for a fag, I think. I'm going to go for a fag. Sorry, guys. What can I say? There's not much I can say. I could just talk about rubbish. I can talk about Road Atlanta. It's a really nice track. The new one they've added to GT7. Oh, I'll tell you what. The single player on GT7. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Why not? There ain't much happening. I've gone into Road Atlanta. There's 3 races on there. What is it? First race. Oh, American FR. PP 550 or something like that. So I've done nothing. I've done nothing to a Ford Mustang 2016 or something. Gone into the race, and it took me 1 or 2 attempts because I didn't know the track. But as soon as I sorted the track out, just easily won it, and unsatisfyingly won it. And then so the next race is turbo cars up to 700 pp. So I go into my garage, I've got that lovely little Alfa. It's at the top of the thing of the recommended cars. Alfa Romeo. Oh, Baz going a little wide there. Oh no, he's going into the pits. Plenty of fuel. Maybe he just wants to give me something to talk about. But he's gone in the pits with plenty of fuel. Maybe he doesn't like them medium tyres. And I've gone into it. It's normal bloody race cars. I had everyone overtaken on the first lap. It's just diabolical. How could they get it so badly wrong? I haven't done the third race. I don't like Group 1 cars. I like to sit in the cockpit, and in the cockpit of those cars, you can't see anything. I don't know if that's like it for real life drivers, because if that is the case, then it's ridiculous. They're not safe. But yeah, oh god, GT7, you've got it so wrong. And I'm just talking from a single player point of view, not you know, this league thing, this like we do. Oh, Bazza's out of the pits then. 54 seconds. He's gone for a set of softs, and we're only into the first. So we're only just encroaching into the second half hour of the race. He's two stops down already. Only one set of tyres to go. And there we see Guesty, half a tank of fuel. 19-second lead on the Alien now. Bandit saying night shift is a lot of coffee, watching movies. Oh, awesome, man. Bandit saying PD says they are looking to get the game on PC. PC players wouldn't pay for this. They're funny, but well, I don't know, they play some crap, and my kid plays all sorts of, but they give that away free. That's why they play it. They're not going to pay good money for this. They'll mod the shit out of it. Sorry, they'll mod this to death. You'll see Thomas the Tank Engine driving around, racing a bloody one of those telephones you pull on a string. If PD want a mockery made of their racing game, then yeah, let PC boys have it. Let them have it at it. See what they can do. Plus they've hidden a load of stuff in the code. Those PC boys will have that out straight away. But good luck PD, because I don't think PC players would put up for this. I really don't. They would have to make the game so much better to go onto PC. We all know console players have been ripped off for years. We know they don't make the games. The quality, we've got two consoles to choose from, Xbox and PlayStation, and both games play the same on both consoles. Don't get a lot of choice really, does it, so for console players? So, you know, we're spoon-fed what we get. We get given broken games and said, well, live with it. But PC guys don't put up for that. They demand more out of their game developers, or then they fix it themselves and then put it on a dodgy website, and everyone plays the modded game. So Guesty's 20 seconds in the lead. Homesick Alien is 13.2 seconds ahead of Ensign Ewart. Did a 23.6 last time around for Alien, so his medium tyres must be getting a little bit ooey. And drifting Dan, showing us how you do it. The Baz, he's made that earlier pit stop than we expected, whereas Ensign Ewart still got a quarter of a tank of fuel. So has Homesick Alien, and so has Guesty. And yeah, that's me hitting my head against the table. Jesus. So Guesty leads this race. Oh, he saved every one of us. Guesty's in the lead. 20 seconds. Oh, I've pressed something. Did anything happen? Nothing. No, that's alright. Homesick. Oh, I thought he was doing something different then, but he wasn't. Just coming through. Your Rouge. Having a quick look at the football just to see. Oh, 3-0. Wasn't Wales meant to beat us 4-0? I think that's the opposite way round. Oh well. Oh well. My Welsh buddies, don't worry. There's always next time. Always next time, lads. You never know. Although next time you won't have Bale, and Bale really is the only reason Wales is there. So, Bandit said, read the article what Talleyrand put on Discord. Yeah, I never read them. I never read them because half the time it's just, I don't know. So, Guesty leads this race from Homesick Alien. I saw the headline saying something about it going on PC, but that's a bold move from PD because there's a lot on PC that they've got to go against. I'm trying to think. See, on console, I've got ACC. It's all right. It's all right, but if you want some of the racetracks, you've got to pay for them, and that seems a bit. I know they've got to pay licensing, but still, come on. And then what you got? F1 game. I haven't touched an F1 game in about 8 years because it's like FIFA, isn't it? It's just the same game, just change the change little bits. Almost. It's almost like GT7 and GT Sport, really. Bandit saying PC is all about graphics and internet speed. A decent PC costs about €1,400. Pat saying technically there's more chance to qualify next time there's 48 teams in 2026, up from 32. Oh my God, what sort of world do we live in now? Why don't we just let everyone go? Why don't we just and then say everyone won it? Give everyone a little badge and say a well done badge for turning up. God almighty. It's meant to be the best football teams in the world. They qualify over a 2-year span to try and get qualification into that top 32 or whatever it is. And now 48, what's the point? You're going to see Wales. Jesus, we've seen some rubbish football. I mean, I haven't watched it, but just, oh my God. Oh, go down the conference and watch it, lads. Don't watch it at the World Cup. You want to watch the best of the best. So, Guesty's Fuels Flash and Homesick Alien is not. Ensign Hewitt is in the pits. Now, Bazo did that early pit stop onto the soft tyres, help Bazza against Ensign. Ensign's filling up as the Baz is making this a little fruity. He's coming up to Lesaur. Ensign Hewitt's still in the pits. He's got to get past that pit exit. Ensign Hewitt's get released, and here comes Bandit. Bazza got it. Bazza's got it, but he's at a disadvantage with pit stops. But yes, Bazza makes something out of this race for me to talk about. Even if it is meaning that he's going to have to pit again. And Ensign Hewitt staying on his pit strategy, so Ensign Hewitt probably is in a better position. But Bazza goes fourth and grabs third place away from Ensign Hewitt. And I am everly grateful to that Belgian ballsy bastard for giving me something to get excited about in this hour and a half. Oh my God, we've still got 47 minutes left of this. No one's watching this. Who's watching this? No one, indeed. No, football's finished, but I mean, who's going to watch it back? Guesty then heading down the pit lane as Homesick Alien also will be entering the pits. That'll be everyone pitted, and then I'm going to go for a quick ciggy. It's going to be a bit quiet for 5-10 minutes, if that's all right, if you guys don't mind, because I mean, there's nothing to talk about. Oh, I suppose we could get excited. England's qualified for the next lot. But, you know, we all know how that story ends. Ensign Hewitt then in third. Cracking move from Ensign Hewitt. It has to be said. I mean, from Bazza. Has to be said. Guesty's gone to the soft tyre. He's back out, full tanks. And we are coming up to the halfway mark of this race. Pretty soon, about a minute away from it. And Homesick Alien yet to leave the pits as he fuels up. And the Bazza The Bazza showing how it's done, but he is going to be in the pits a lot sooner than Ensign. He might have to make one stop more than Ensign Hewitt in this race. But Guesty then, 24-second lead on Homesick Alien, who's making his way out there. They're both on the soft tyre now. No doubts they are going to be going swiftly, as we see the Baz being hunted down by Ensign Hewitt. Ensign Hewitt on a heavier car. Baz are doing a 220.7 last time around, with Ensign Hewitt. Oh, that's an outlap, so it's hard to say. And Bandit saying it ain't Konami soccer. Crying out, 48 teams. We're going to see. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to put anyone down saying they're a third world country, but you know what I mean? It's going to be. I think they should let women in there as well. Make it 96 teams and let all the women football teams in. Do you know what? I think the Lionesses would beat the Lions, in all fairness, if you asked me my opinion, but no one ever does. Pat saying Senegal on Sunday, last 16. Senegal. I mean, wow. There's been some upsets though. Didn't Senegal thrash someone like Qatar or something? Who was the second one? Did Iran get through then? Did Iran get through? They were beating USA, weren't they? Payback for the 90s. Oh no, it was Iran they saved. Well, the first Georgie Bush, but I don't think it was Iran. He went in to protect Iran from Iraq. I was getting me Irans and Iraqs mixed up. So Guesty on lap 20, 46 minutes into this race, 25-second lead on Homesick Alien, 19 seconds ahead of the Baz, and Ensign Hewitt is slowly catching up the Baz. Pat saying USA winning, still playing, I think. Oh, all right. Oh, I was rooting for Iran. Last thing we need in the world is America starting to get good at football. I'm surprised they haven't bought the World Cup, taken it to America, and only play it through America and still call it a World Cup. So Bazza then, he's feeling the pressure from Ensign Hewitt as he closes up. And we'll be taking a short break in a second. If it weren't for these two, we'd already be having a break. But just, I've never gone out in the middle of a stream. This will be a first. And there we go, a sweet little move from Ensign Hewitt up the inside there. And the job is done as Bazza's tyres slowly give way. And I think Ensign had a little squirrel on the way out, but it's enough. And ooh, looks like Bazza had to save something there. It was a 23 from Baz that last time around, with Ensign doing a 20. A 220 from a 223 from the Baz. Guesty, oh, it's an outlap, can't tell. So it's Homesick Aliens. But there's a 25-second gap between these two drivers, and we have to say Guesty is looking absolutely remarkable. So we will stick with Guesty, I guess. There's nothing really much else happening. Baz is there. He's still on the rear hiney of Ensign Hewitt. This battle's not over and done with yet. And Bandit saying there will be more surprises this World Cup. Hopefully good ones. And not uprising terrorist style ones. So there we go, Bazza. He's lost a bit of ground now. He was closing in on Ensign, but I think those tyres are cooked for the Baz. And he's on the back foot to them tyres. Homesick Alien in a second. He's just gone his fastest with a 2:18.4. Now he's got some racing softs on. But Guesty, 2:17.9, what, 5/10 nearly faster. Bazza goes in. Wow, Bazza's going for a lot of pit stops. I reckon he's got a mate in the pits. I think, guys, I know it's a no-no. I'm breaking all the rules. I derailed Skyjacker's stream yesterday. I've turned into a right bad boy of the VRC. Guesty giving it some lovely sliding. So what I'm going to do is let you watch Guesty going around a couple of laps, and I shall return. Yeah, you know. Oh yeah, Pat saying apparently they wanted to increase it to 48 teams for this one, but they weren't able to make it fit into Qatar. The next one is the US, Canada and Mexico will be when it changes. Oh, I see. Can't wait. All right, you guys enjoy a bit of Guesty driving around. I'm going to return. I'm going to go for a wee. I think that's my line, and I'm sticking to it. Bandit says England has the best Premier League, but national is not that good. International, national side. Yeah, the national side. It's because we always put dickheads in charge. The national team. Yeah. Well, that's because, do you know, Southgate's a reject. He wasn't meant to be the team manager. He just ended up as team manager by default. He was like the defensive dude. And it's just because we had to get rid of so many managers because they're so rubbish, we ended up with Southgate as default. It's like the England manager is very much like the England manager, the England Prime Minister's job. Right, I'm going. I'll see you in a minute. I need a wee-wee. Alright, we're back on the air with the GT3 Wares. Up next we have Phil Collins with You Can't Hurry Love. Now I'm telling you, Mr. Collins, I've got 2 young children and the only kind of love you get in this house is hurried. Right, so we're back with Spa, round 6 of the GT3 World Endurance Series. And I guess he's 31 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien in first place. He's leading the championship by 2 points. He's got pole, he's got fastest lap, and he looks like he's got the win wrapped up with 31 minutes to go. Homesick Alien in second place, driving for Pride now. And maybe they might find some illegal things on the car of guesties in scrutineering at the end, but I doubt it. Except that he's got one hell of a sick livery, lit, bruv. So Homesick in second, Ensign Newitt driving for the podium, his first podium of the World Endurance Series. What a way to go out with a well, it's a bang. And Bazza in 4th. We've got 4 people. That's all the turnout is on this day today. And Pat saying the only thing missing then was some holding music. I know, I should have put some elevator music on, shouldn't I? Do 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 do. Oh, right then, so Guesty's crossing the line, start lap 26, leading this race. We've got 30 minutes to go. You think, could it be a power cut if I pulled a fuse out and said we had a power cut? This is hands down. I mean, if this is your first taste of the VRC, please don't take this as what the VRC is about. We are about full throttle, full racing door to door, and it's usually high octane and very exciting stuff. We never get this, to tell you the truth. Homesick Alien then, he's come in early, he's trying something out. 30 minutes to go, he's got the super softs to go, and he's come in a little bit early. He's 40 seconds, I mean, it's 40 seconds because he's in the pits, but he was a fair whack. He was 30 seconds, wasn't he, or something like that? 24 seconds behind Guesty. So he's gone in for an early shot. Maybe he could get a bit closer. I'm not so sure, you know. Ensign Newitt, though, driving for third. He's 24 seconds ahead of the Baz. The Baz, he tried to do something interesting with the pits. He's just done his fastest as well with a 2:20.5. And Ensign Newitt looking to get ahead of the Alien as the Alien tops up. And this stop confusing everyone on the track, wondering what Homesick Alien's doing now. Maybe Homesick Alien got bored. He just wanted to see another car, see if there was anyone else in this race. So on board with the Alien, he's just out of the pits, he's on the super softs, hasn't quite topped the car up, so he's obviously knows he's going to make another stop there. He misses a rouge a little bit, and he's heading on down the road, chasing after Ensign Ewart, try and pick up a tow. And then he might get a fastest lap if he can get a tow, because guess he's not getting tows off anyone out there. Pat Chat says, think about it this way, you're 2/3 of the way through, the worst of it is behind you now. Thank you, Pat. Thank you for enduring this pain with me, Pat. It's very kind of you. And you, Bandit, even though you're at work, you're being held hostage to it. So Homesick Alien gets the move done on Ensign. As Guesty goes into the pits, Ensign's tyres are half dead. So Homesick Alien then up and away he goes, back into second. And Bandit saying, your thoughts about Friday endurance race? I honestly don't know. I've done no testing. Tomorrow evening is the only day free. I can jump on and have a go. And I honestly don't know. I'm just going to slap some softs on it and pelt it around Brands, see how much fuel I use and how far I can go into the race. And then I'll do the same with some mediums and then try and... I can't see me fuel saving. It's so boring. I know it's really, like, clever when you do it, but it bores the hell out of me. I drive around just getting bored. I'd rather just take the hit. And the pit lane's not long enough, Brands, anyway. It's only along that little straight, Brabham Straight, innit? So if I have to do one more pit stop than everyone else, I'll just have to do it. I'd rather have fun driving round than get a position. So that's awful, isn't it? But you know, it's all about the fun first and foremost, than it is about gaining a position. I don't have that competitive edge that these guys. I don't like finishing last, obviously, but I'm not fussed about, you know, doing something to try and get an extra position out of it. So Guesty's 33 seconds in the lead to Homesick Alien. I shouldn't say that. He's my principal. He's my boss, Guesty. You wouldn't want to hear me saying that. He's doing this to prove a point to me and Ensign, how to go out and do it. With Homesick Alien in second. 4.6 seconds ahead of Ensign, but Ensign's going to be into the pits pretty soon. And the Bazza, who's going to have free choice of tyre, I think, next, on his next stop. And that'll be it. That'll be the interesting part of this race next, is to see what tyres they prefer. And Bandit saying Full Metal Racing. Yeah, just go out and blitz it. Go out and blitz it and hope for the best. Pat going... Gusty is blowing everyone away today, living up to his nickname. And I like to add that I didn't give him that nickname. That was from a totally different thing. That was the Endurance with AXR, I think. One of their commentators kept calling him Gusty. So that's where Gusty come from. It wasn't one of mine or one of Pat's. Pat's the worst one. I'll take claim for Spinjacker, but that's pretty easy. But all the other since have been Pat. Basil ones, Barrier, and he came up with another one with Barry. So Pat's the one who gets these nicknames in there. So Guesty leads 33.9 seconds, 24.5 minutes to go. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Ensign then, his tyres are looking pretty done. And Pat saying, I know, but it works. It does. Oh yeah, definitely works. Oh, Ensign into the pits. What's Bazza? 17 seconds behind him, but he's pretty low on fuel himself. And he's going to go into the pits, I'm sure. Although those tyres, he barely used the super softs, didn't he? Super softs looked pretty neato. Still on his car. And that's it. Baz is in for his fourth pit stop. And Guesty now. 23 minutes to go. 34 seconds in the lead. Homesick Alien is out there in his Renault, driving around. Those two are having a battle of the pit stops, but Ensign knew it's going to be out beforehand, I am sure. And watch Homesick for a bit. See, feels like we've watched a lot of Guesty in this race. Excuse me. I haven't had a rant for a while. I'll tell you why it's annoying. Is because I get home just before 7 o'clock. That's what time from work I get after driving 40 or 50 minutes home. I get home just before 7. I have to throw my food down my throat and try and have a ciggy and a quick chat with the family, and then I jump on here to do this. And when it's like this, it's quite annoying. Yeah, Pat says we need some rain in this race. Yeah, shall I write pace car just to see what happens? Shall I write pace car in the chat, see if they all slow down? I'll put in full course safety. See if they all just back up behind each other and then let them have a sprint for the last 10 minutes. Do a Michael Massey. Say the ghost of Massey in. Get them pit stopping. Wait. Oh no. Wait until they've pitted, or Homesick's pitted. Maybe that's why he pitted a lap early. He was hoping I was going to pull a Massey, and then tell them all to line up in a safety car formation, and then let them go. And Guesty will be like, I'm on the wrong tyres. I know I usually chat, but there's usually stuff to talk about. I don't know. I am tired as well. I can't claim to be ill anymore, though. I'm not ill. I do like that livery as well. I like the yellow tyres, or the green tyres. They're yellow, isn't it? It's that fine line between yellow and green. I think they're yellow. I really like the yellow tyres on that. It's a lovely colour. I wanted that colour for my Seal Oil car on Friday night, but I only had a luminous green. I haven't bought a luminous yellow. Guesty leads. Homesick Alien's in second. Ensign Ewart in a fine podium position, 16 seconds ahead of the Baz, and the Baz opted for a set of super softs for what could be, is it his final stint? I think they can get the fuel tanks to go about 20 minutes. I think Guesty and Homesick are going to be in again. Ensign Ewart's probably going to be in again, but it'll be for a splash and dash if he is. I think the Baz will be back in before the end. And Bandit saying do it, and Pat saying it's either lime green or fluorescent yellow, hard to tell. Aye. Another fastest lap from Guesty just to destroy Homesick a little bit more. With a 2:17.5 Homesick Alien. 19.0 last time out. But he might be trying to save his fuel a bit more, because he did, I think he dropped a little less fuel in there than Guesty did as the car snakes its way out of the bus stop. And the Renault, I imagine they're all going to be relieved to leave the Renault behind and never race it ever again, ever. Why would they design a car that's so bad? I mean, it's fast, but I mean, no one enjoys driving it. Coy saying, good evening, Mr. Thingamajig. Hello there, Coy. You have tuned in to VRC's boringest race we've ever had in the history of all streams of VRC. It's awful. It's been terrible. We started with 5. They all spaced out within the first 15 minutes of this race. Definitely the first 20 minutes of this race, because I remember looking and seeing that we still had an hour and 10 minutes left of the race, and everyone was like 10 seconds apart. Bazza, bless his little cotton socks. He kind of dicked his own race just to give me something to talk about, because he pitted early just so he could have a race with Ensign. But I mean, that means he's cost himself position, or cost himself a chance at Ensign. But I don't think he really had a chance at Ensign. Ensign's on fire. Look at that, 2:19.4. And yeah, that's about the highlights from this race. Bandit saying GT7 is getting better, but there are glitches on Spa and another track. Also, the servers freeze for a second. It's great, isn't it, eh? And Koi saying, I come to listen to you, mate, not watch the race, lol. I've not had now to talk about, though. I've got to talk about a race. There has to be a race. It's just something to talk about. Or it's just me complaining that there is no race. Oh, God. 17 and a half minutes to go. Oh, shoot me now. Guesty's absolutely played for all of that. Oh, I tell you what, women hate that, don't they? They really hate it if dudes say that. But for all of my PMSing, Guesty's done an absolute fine job in this race. Guesty came into this race with 2 points better than the Alien, and he gave the Alien absolutely no opportunity to get any leverage in this race whatsoever. Guesty took pole position by a country mile. He's taken the fastest lap by over a second, and he's 41 seconds ahead of the Alien, and he's definitely slapped a big huge bunch of dominance over this race. And Pat's saying it's like an unofficial pit stop. I know, I should have invited Sky, shouldn't I? I should have sent him a Discord saying, this last 30 minutes, you don't have to watch the race. There ain't much happening. Just come and talk to me. That was yesterday, I think, the unofficial pit stop. I don't remember us talking about the race once. I remember sitting and listening to Skyjacker trying to talk about the race, whilst I kept just trying to derail him, and I wasn't doing it on purpose. I wasn't trying to mess him up on purpose. I don't know what I was doing. I've never been in that position before. It was very strange. So I felt like I should be talking, but I wasn't really talking about the race because I didn't have control over the race. Skyjacker was doing the following the race part. It was a strange one. I like it. I'm even nearly thinking about joining Friday Night Racing, just so me and Skyjacker can do the comms for it, even though I'm not that keen on racing. And Bandit saying, wake up the kids and let them take over. Yeah. Koi saying, you've been on GT7 tangent late. Oh, we've had a couple of moans about GT7, the Road Atlanta one. What crap races they gave you for one player. And like the American FR, where there's only really one decent car in it. And there goes Homesick into the pits, a little early there, but this will be his final stop, I'm sure. Guesty pushing on, 44 seconds. Yeah, the stupid American FR one at 550. I took a new Mustang out with comfort softs. I didn't even touch the Mustang, just took it out as is. Not comfort softs, comfort hards. So took it out as is, and still overtook everything as soon as I learnt the track. And it was just like, well, that wasn't a race. So then I went into the turbo race, and when it says like pick a car, I always thought that them cars they showed you were the recommended cars. So I picked me Alfa Romeo 155 touring car, and it was all just normal cars in the race. I had everyone overtaken by halfway around the first lap. And it was a 5-lap race, and it's just, I don't know. They don't have a clue. They've made it. It really is just a driving simulator. It's not a racing simulator. It's not a racing game, is it? It's just a driving simulator, driving different cars. Oh, See, there you go. I've just gone over the same rant in one stream. That's great. I've updated a rant. I don't think I've ever done that yet. Pat saying there was a small one about Road Atlanta, I think. Yeah, it's just been another one. Coy saying double commentary was excellent. Oh, thanks. And Coy saying I gave up with the story mode. It's boring now. Oh yeah, no, I don't go into menu. I just go to a track and see what races are on there, but they're all pointless. Guesties into the pits. Everybody, this is it. We're going into the last 13 minutes of this race. Guesty now with 1 minute 24-second lead into the pits. It's only going to take one of those dudes to drop a wheel nut, get a cross thread on the wheel bearing. Anything could go wrong here. Guesty, we've known him before, get a little excited on his fuel button. This is all what it's coming down to. We have been watching here for 1 hour and 17 minutes on the edges of our seats for something to happen. And here it is. The guys are around the car. They've got the wheels off, no problem so far. They've got the wheels on, no problem so far. Now the fuel man, it's all down to him. The pressure on the fuel man as he tries to top up that car. Homesick Alien burning around the track all the time. Guesty sat there still waiting, contemplating. The fuel man's done, the lollipop's lifted. Guesty is out, and it's a perfect pit stop. And that is not what Homesick Alien needed right now. And Guesty hits the track miles ahead of the Alien. I mean, literally, he's got to be at least a mile and a half ahead of the Alien. How long's this track? 2 miles in summer? Pat saying the double commentary was really fun. Has to be something that happens again. I know, but I felt bad for Sky because I watched it back. It's funny listening to Skyjack try and struggle on while I'm just derailing him at any second, just talking about any old cob's wallet. Yeah, I can't say that word, so I have to think of other words. And Pat saying maybe if there's enough people who want to do it, we could try different people joining. I'm happy for anyone to. Hey, no, I joined Skyjacker. It wasn't me Skyjacker joining me. I was the guest. He did everything. He was following the race. He was doing all the buttons. I tell you what, modern technology. When I was 7, when I was about 7.5, 8 maybe, I had a 7-inch vinyl of the Ghostbusters song, and my next door neighbour had a watch with a game on it. It was a ski slope game, and all it was a little dude at the bottom on skis, and he moved in 3 places, the middle, left or right, and coming down the screen were just sort of like these lines, and they were meant to be the barrier things, so you just had to go left or right to avoid them. And yeah, I swapped that Ghostbusters song vinyl for that, and I thought that was the height of technology. I thought that was chuffing amazing. I thought life wasn't going to get better than my ski slope watch that I had. But last night we did something together, me and Skyjacker, that blew my absolute mind. I was sat in my living room watching his computer screen whilst he did a race on his keyboard, and we talked together, and then we streamed that on another website for other people to watch. So unbelievable. It really puts the ski slope watch to shame. So in the chat, Coy saying it was nice to be able to hear Skyjacker properly, and Coy saying it's usually a bit quiet. What's usually a bit quiet? So Homesick Alien then coming up to the line, 34th lap. He started now, a 2:19.5. Perfect, brilliant lap times from Homesick. It's just Guesty was on it. Guesty stamped it all over this race. He urinated all the way around the track to mark out his territory. Before the race, I saw Guesty. I was wondering what he was doing. He looked a bit dodgy as he was wandering around. And yeah, he's gone round and he's marked his territory on this track. And I think from now on he should be known as Gaspar. saying, was that done via SharePlay? Yes. Share screen or something, yeah. Then, or were you watching the YouTube stream? No, because YouTube's got a delay, you can't get away with it. So yeah, he shared his screen with me whilst we were in a chat room, and then he streamed to YouTube, the both of us. It's magic. Black magic. YouTube stream while in a party chat. Or is that the closely guarded? No, that's exactly what we did, Pat. And Koi saying, Skyjacker on the mic is usually a bit quiet compared to yours. It's the same for pit stop chats. Ah, it's because he's softly spoken. He's a gentle human being. Yeah, I usually have mine turned down. I did when I heard it. I thought I sound quieter than him. 2:17 for Guesty. Stop it, okay? Stop it. You've won now. Stop it. But because I shout sometimes when I get excited, I have the mic turned down on the computer. You do that thing where you can test it going into the red, and then I stand there shouting in the mic to see how much in the red it goes, and then turn it down a bit. Hey, the sex bot is in. Just in time, baby. We're just finishing off. You've come in for the money shot. So, what's she doing? It's a new AI, people. 84% will find a girl for you. I'm sure you would. What if it's not a girl I'm looking for? What if I want a non-binary human? Pat saying, shouting about F1 backwards, another classic. Oh yeah. That was my Murray Walker expression. So Guesty, 2:17.4. That is the final nail in Home 6. Coffin now. And I think Homesick Alien has to concede that on this day, even though he scored more points in the championship, he didn't really. It dropped scores. If drop scores weren't in it, he would have lost anyway. So it's the matter is mute, I would say. Same wins though, I think. Did they both win 2 wins? I think they both won 2 races. It was tight on the stats between the two of them. It's got to be said. We've got 6 minutes left of this 90-minute race, and it's been an absolute humdinger of a race. We're seeing Ensign Hewitt get his first podium in our Tuesday night GT3 World Endurance Series. We're seeing Guesty take his 3rd VRC Championship, his 2nd World Endurance Championship. And we've got to say, Guesty, you are a legend. Ensign Hewitt, no, I've said him, and the Baz finally gets a good position at Bathurst, at Spa. He doesn't usually run well at his home ground, but look at him, 4th place. Can't be sniffed at. Good points, that. And Pat saying, Homesick could always put in a post-race protest just to add a bit of drama. Yeah. Well, I'm saying the scrutineers are going to have to go over that car with a fine tooth comb to see if everything's legal on that. Take it apart and put it back together again. Do you know what? That car would look good in the Hall of Champions, though. It really would. So, I suppose, you know. And Homesick's already got a Louis one in there with his other Renault Championship he won, the Renault Megane one. So, you know, keeps the Hall of Championships looking nicely. Ensign Hewitt heading on for that first podium, but the Bazza might have something to say. Bazza's on super soft tyres, did a 2:19.7 his last time around. Ensign doing a 2:18.7 though, digging deep. Homesick Alien, we can't see what his fastest lap of the race has been, but I'm pretty sure, I've not even noticed him in the 2:18. I think he did get a 2:18, but I don't think he's been anywhere near those 17s. Like Guesty has. Guesty, plenty of fuel. 4 minutes left of this race. Oh, could you imagine? Can you guys time it so that the clock runs out before you get to the end of the lap? Is that possible? Because it's been a long race with just 4 people, and knowing my luck, Guesty will cross it with like 2 seconds to go, so it'll be 92 minutes and 20-second race. Pat saying Guesty has also won on normal points. Yes, Pat, I was just saying. I don't know if you heard me, but I was just saying I think it wouldn't have mattered on dropped points. Guesty would have, he got this round alone as wrapped it right up for him. So it makes the whole drop score, because Homesick's dropping more score because he's done better this season, it makes it moot. Because Guesty would have beaten drop scores all with or without. So he's the true deserved champion, and it's all down to Spa, we've got to say. Home scaling had a good go of it though. He had a cracking good go of it. Took it all the way to the end. He led the championship for a majority of it as well. Ensign Hewitt, good sturdy run this season. I think he's going to finish something like 3rd, 4th, maybe. I don't know. I think 3rd. I think he's in 3rd, isn't he? That's a good high numbered finish, isn't it, in the championship? Let me just check that for you. Till 4. There's Ensign Hewitt. Yeah, 3rd, 55 points. Basil was going to try and catch him, but he had no chance. So, yeah, 3rd place. That's cracking. Yeah, Pat saying he's got time for a few donuts on the last lap. He will have, yeah, if he crosses the line, and because Homesick won't be, he's 50 odd seconds behind him. That is unbelievable, isn't it? 52 seconds, over an hour and a half faster than the Homesick Alien, and Homesick Alien is one of our fastest. Guesty really has raised up. We all rise, and Guesty got the message, didn't he? He got the memo. We all rise. I think that's it. I always ask Pat, because Pat knows it. I don't, but I'm pretty sure it's we all rise. I think I finally learned, Pat, what Hamilton's ridiculous saying is. We all rise. That's not going to tell me schnizzle, is it? I've got to put in Hamilton rise thing. So 1 minute left, you get. That's alright, it's only going to go a minute over. Can Homesick get to the line? If Homesick gets to the line, that's even worse, because then it will be 2 minutes over. Oh, my phone's bloody gone slow now. Oh, Homesick, he'll slow down. He's not going to want to do another lap, is he? He'll back off. Will he? Still 40 seconds. He's going to get there before 40 seconds, though. He'd have to slow down quite a bit. He's got the time, though. He probably wants to do donuts on the last lap as well. Although it's a mid-range engine, a mid MR engine. Is that, are they, can you do donuts in them? I suppose you can. Here he comes. 15 seconds on the clock, and he is not yielding. He's going for it. You get... Why? Do you like my pain? So, he's going to be the first to finish. That's it. Stream over. Thank you very much for joining us. I've been him, and yeah, peace, love. See you later. What's he doing? Is he doing it? What's he done? He's crossed the line. Don't ask about. What happened there with Guesty? It came. It looked like he was ghosted. Maybe he heard me saying it was over, and he thought, what? He doesn't seem to have lost any time, though. It just looked odd. He just looked ghosted for a second. I thought he'd had an off or something, but no, nothing's changed time-wise. Maybe a second or so. Ensign Hewitt then. Take a boo, my son. Well done. You finished at a regular, normal time. And it looked like the Baz caught you up near the end there. And Baz getting a good finish. 4th place. Great finish at Spa. And Guesty, 45 seconds. He's slowing down. Don't risk anything. He's not. Not going to slow down enough for Homesick to catch him. He's having a fun, and he just wants to get me going. Anything anything can do donuts if you try hard enough. That was Pat. Sorry, Pat Chat. Anything can do donuts if you try hard enough. There you go. So here comes Guesty. El Championo, the reigning champion, and moves on to take his second consecutive World Endurance Series Championship. Here he is, numero uno, the man, Guesty. Great drive, Guest Bar. And Homesick Alien gave him the run of all runs, all the way up to the final lap. And Guesty could not lift off at any point, with Homesick Alien looming large, and the best, and the winner is us, because this race is done now. Sweet. I would never have thought I'd be happy to see the end of a Spa race. That is shocking. There you go. Homesick Alien finishes in second. Oh, Ensign Hewitt saying, congrats Guesty, apologies thingy, tried to make it interested but ran out of ideas and talent and tyres and fuel. The Baz saying, how about that? Stayed on the track for the entire race, no barrier whatsoever, in your face thingy. Thanks, Baz. And Ensign saying, bring on GT7 with rain. Oh, God, anything. Just some more players would do. That wasn't down to no rain. That was down to how many people signed up for this? 10? At least 10. Sure, there was 10 at the beginning. Not this race, but this championship. So, is that Guesty's helmet? He's got a Spider-Man helmet. How cute. I like that, Guesty. I didn't know you had a Spider-Man helmet. I obviously don't press F12 on you enough. So there's Guesty. Champion, oh champion, oh champion. And a great job. Pole, the win, and yeah, it's fastest lap. There is no question of that race, Spa. Homesick Alien getting second place, not only in this race but in the championship, and it's got to be a sting. It's got to be a sting because he has led this championship for the longest time. Oh, for the longest, Homesick led the champion for a while. Ooh, and then on the last round lost it all. Ooh, now he's sad and so lonely, 'cause Guesty took the win. So Guesty took the win. Homesick comes second in championship and the thing. Look, I've come to life now. It's finished. Suddenly I'm all excited. Look at me. Look how I'm giddy. I've been pent up for the last hour and a half waiting to release this. I get this nervous energy before a stream. It's got to come out somewhere, and it didn't come out, so now it's got to come out now. Ensign Hewitt getting a podium. Beautiful stuff from Ensign. And the Baz in fourth. His highest finish at Spa, possibly. In your face, Barry. What are you talking about? I didn't come up with barrier. Don't blame me for what Pat does. Right. And Pat saying there's 9 on the championship table. There you go. There's 9 people down to 4. I'm not angry. I'm just really disappointed. Okay. What more is there to say? I told you everything that's coming this week during that race. We've got the Tokyo. We're on the road. We're doing our Fast and Furious on Thursday in the GTMC, taking the Group 4s and the Group 3 cars to the streets of Tokyo. I live a quarter of a mile at a time. And then on Friday, you'll get the lovely, sexy voice of Skyjacker taking you around the Brands Hatch with the SSMS. And then we're back. Oh, Tuesdays are free because there's nothing happening. So, yeah, that's your racing this week. Ooh. In the chat then, what we got? Baz is saying you're the one that keeps it alive. Skyjacker pays me to, with a smile. Pat saying your singing just then has just sent me off mowing the grass around Brands. There you go. And Ensign saying NSX, Death Trap, and Tokyo. Oh God, you're going to be the new barrier. You're going to be fencing Newark on Thursday. Fencing Newark, and watch the movies. I will try to remember them. Yeah, I've got loads to watch. I've got Wednesday on Netflix. I still haven't watched the last series of Cobra Kai. And maybe a little bit more It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, because it's always sunny in Philadelphia. I was your broadcaster. I couldn't find my sheet. I'm making this one up. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Hugh Jass. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. They're not all like that. Bandit saying boring. What, Wednesday? It's meant to be really good. Yeah, we're at Virtual. Peace and love. Peace and love, y'all. If it bleeds, we can kill it.